Yeah, I gotta call the cops. I have to call the cops on this. Dude, this is literally one of the most disturbing things I've ever found on Randonautica. Dude, that's somebody's leg. Police just pulled up. I'm about to talk to them. Holy shit, what the f are you doing out here? Welcome back, guys. We are back here with another Randonautica adventure. I don't know how it's going to turn out today. We never know how it's going to turn out on these things, but we're here. We're out in the forest. We're away from civilization, and I'm excited to get started. I got some good intents picked out, and yeah, I don't know what else there is to say. So with that being said, let's get right into the video. Alright, so guys, welcome back, and if you're new here, welcome to the video. Make sure to go down there, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share the video with a friend or family member, whoever you want, your teacher, your dog's veterinarian, your tutor, I don't know, share the video, show it some love. And guys, let's start today off with hashtag Randonautica. Randonautica is foul. But not the disgusting, icky kind of foul, the bird kind of foul, the waterfowl. So Randonautica is F-O-W-L. How about that? Randonautica is foul. That will start off, that's too close. That will start off the video today. But yeah, so we are out here. We're out in the forest, as you can see. Very, the lake over there. There's the lake. And we got a few intents picked out. It's getting cold though, so I'm going to try and run as many of these while the sun is still up as possible so I don't absolutely freeze. And our first intent is, I believe, from Mandy Graydon, and it's positivity. Positivity. And I parked as close as I could to the point. It's actually right down there, not too far, in the middle of this trail. So I'm going to walk down there and see what we get started, or see what we can find to get started. But I have to cut this because I am about out of storage. I need to delete some files on this card if we're going to make it through a Randonautica today. Alright, we got some memory cleared up now. Got an hour and a half of space on this card. So we're going to go down here and see what this intent is in the middle of the trail. Man, as you guys can see, like, it's... Anyway, there's a note on this bench. What is this? Ho, ho, ho. Huh. This is definitely not our point, but kind of interesting. Huh. Ho, ho, ho. So our point is actually down there. If you can see where that stick is on the right side, sticking out of the ground. So it's not too far of a walk. We always got to check the grill. We always have to check the grill though, because a lot of the times we get points in, or intents in grills. We found quite a few different things in grills. It's kind of odd, but it happens. Oh, man, it's cold out. Oh, I swear it wasn't this cold out when I left the house. And the sun's still up. It's like 30-something degrees, but man, it is chilly. So, guys, how has everybody been? How have you guys been doing? Let me know. As for me and myself, I've been fine. Haven't had any other encounters with stalkers or anything since the last Randonautica that you guys saw. It's been pretty quiet. But still, it's, kind of unbelievable with everything that's going on. here just doing these videos, but yeah, here's a hoping that we get nothing today. But let's be real, I'm not delusional. As the sun starts to set, we might encounter something, someone, but hopefully not. Hopefully we won't. But it is Randonautica, and everybody who watches these knows exactly how these videos go. Here's our point. As I said, it was right next to this broken stick. I was kind of using that as a marker, and it's our intent was positivity. So there's one thing I like and one thing I don't like about being in the forest, and that's there's so many places that there could be a point behind, or there could be an intent hidden. Oh, excuse me. Just slammed an energy drink before I got out of the car. I got some air rising up in the chest. You know that weird feeling? Yeah, where it's like, ugh, like I don't know how to explain it, but I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. So yeah, so there's a lot of trees to search through. See if there's our friends, the thorn bushes. You can just, oh, that thing's nasty. It's crawling, dude. Dude, guys, you know me. You know I will bitch, complain relentlessly about thorn bushes, man. I hate these things, dude. And it's like, they're of course the things that survive anything. Like, it's green, or it's winter. Everything's dead. Everything's brown. We have this stupid thorn bush, still bright green and thriving. Just to screw up your day. So annoying, man. I hate these things. Hate. So let's see. Let me now walk into it. It's a lot of times things are. Sounded like somebody was walking just a second ago. Might just be hearing things, but it sounded like somebody was coming through the trees, like just like this. I swear I heard some footsteps. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am mistaken. Okay. What were we saying? I don't remember. Again, I have the attention span or the memory of a goldfish. Talking about thorn bushes, talk about hiding stuff behind trees, talking about how it's cold. I don't know. Anyways, I can't tell what that is. It looks like it might be promising. Let's check that out. See that thing? Right by the right there. Looks like it could be something. Or it could be, I can't tell. It looks like it's either an object or some sort of fungus growing on the tree. This tree is poking me in the... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. There's no, if that's what I think it is, oh, man, I bet you it is. Oh, there's a bunch of nasty stuff by it. Ugh. It's got nasty stuff on it. What is that? Oh, dude, I don't know what that is. Oh, never mind. It's not that nasty. I'm definitely not keeping this thing. Ugh. You gotta be kidding me. You guys know exactly what this is. Because you always hear me complain about these things. Canadian goose. Got a statue of a Canadian goose for our first intent. Bro, any of you who watch this channel or watch this channel during the winters, you always hear me talk about the Canadian geese, and either A, how much I hate them, or B, how much of inconvenience they're causing me during Randonautica because they're pooping all over the place. And we get a Canadian goose intent. We get a Canadian goose object for the intent of positivity. Like that's some sort of joke aimed at me. You gotta be kidding me. And it's got all this nasty stuff on it. Like I was like, dude, what is this nasty stuff? Because I saw it down here. Yeah, I saw it like in the snow. I was like, what is it? Like some weird like animal poop or something? And I picked up the goose and I saw it there, but then I looked up and there's like, I think it's like sap from the tree that's coming down. I don't really want to touch it, but I've seen it before. It's like, yeah, it's like sap from the tree. There we go. Really weird. Well, I mean, it looks kind of cool. Like that amber color. But, guys, if you know what that is, let me know. Is it sap or is it like something else, like gummy? Ugh. This goose, ugh. This goose is going in the trash. It's got that nasty stuff on it, so nobody's getting this as a giveaway. Canada goose, yep. Even says it right on the bottom. Oh, what an interesting start to the Randonautica today. We get a Canadian goose, my favorite animal ever. Trying to hold this thing. Trying to like manipulate my camera and hold this thing so I don't get this nasty sap or whatever it is. But yeah, this is going in the trash. Ugh. Covered in it. Must have been, it seems like it's been sitting here for a while. But yeah. Should that be the thumbnail? Should this be the thumbnail? Just me like this. Like really? Like really we just got a goose? Oh. Alright, so that's our first intent down, the goose. Wait, do you think possibly, when I said I heard it sounded like steps in the snow, do you think possibly it could have been somebody putting this intent, hiding this intent, and I just didn't see them, but they would have been so close to me. Then again, it is covered with this stuff, so I don't know. I think it might have been sitting here a bit. Then again, it's on the bottom, so somebody could have like just set it on top of that stuff. Do you think that's what it could be? Yo, look at this. Hold shift to run. It's kind of eerie. But somebody could just write that for fun, but you know, I don't take any messages like that during Randonautica very like lightly. You know what I mean? I always take them like not serious, but like yeah. But okay, we got a goose. We got a goose. Should I just leave it here? Should I just leave it like this? That's kind of funny. I don't know why, but that's kind of funny. Maybe this should be the thumbnail for the video. Hold shift to run, it's a goose. Oh man. Alright, I am cold. I am officially cold. Alright, so we got the goose, we got some weird messages, and I think I don't want to leave this thing out. Oh, come on. I'm trying to pull my camera screen out. I don't want to leave this thing out here because I don't want to litter, but I also don't want to put it in my car because, like I keep saying, it's nasty. So, thinking the trash. I'm gonna see. Maybe I have a napkin in here. If I don't have a napkin, it's going in the trash. If I do, I'll keep the goose and give it away to somebody. But all right, guys. I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna check and see if I got anything to wipe Mr. Goose off with. And yeah, set another intent. Get warmed up for a second and continue on with this video. Sound good? Sounds good. Alright guys, so I got another intent set. We're still at the same spot. I jumped in my car, warmed up a little bit. I had to throw the goose out because I looked at the bottom and there was a hole, and the hole was just packed with that sap. And yeah, I was like, I don't know, like it was nasty. I was like, I'm just gonna throw it away. So unfortunately I had to throw it away. But I set another intent. And I kept the radius small. And it's actually, this makes me a little bit concerned. Excuse me, by the way. Excuse me, I just slammed some more of the energy drink. I'm feeling a little bit bubbly. So, you know how I found this message right here on this bench that says, hold shift to run? Our next intent is right back here. And I'm kind of interested to see what it is, because we were just right down there, and now there's one right back here. And the intent I set is from Kathy. I'm going to mess up the last name if I try and say it. Kathy Totko, I think. Totko. So Kathy, thank you. And Kathy's intent that I used was, I see you, but you don't see me. And it's weird, I saw that one, and I was like, that one's a good one to do, because like I said, I thought I heard somebody in these woods when I was looking for that last intent. And, you know, that's perfect saying then. I see you, but you don't see me. So I set that, and when I set it, it brought me to a point right over here. So it's very, very odd. Very odd that I set it for that, and it brings me one in the same area, but we're going to go figure it out. Right now I'm stalling because I don't want to go down here. I'm a little bit scared, to be completely honest with you guys. It's not far down at all. It's only a little ways down here, but it's, yeah. There still is some, if there is somebody out, sudden intentions around here, we're going to run into them. But like I said, you know, I need to start doing this. I need to start doing more dangerous stuff. Let me explain to you guys why I say that. So you guys that don't, or maybe are new to the channel. So, if you're familiar with Randonautica, not just my videos, any of these guys, there's some sort of phenomenon, I would say, of Randonautica stalkers. People who stalk us while doing Randonautica for whatever reasons they may have. And I've been dealing with a bunch of these guys. A lot of people, my buddy Brad, Exploring with Brad, has been dealing with a bunch of these guys. And the thing is if we don't face these guys like head on, like start figuring out this whole mess, figuring out why they're stalking us, we're never going to get rid of it. You know, we're never going to, you know, figure this stuff out. So I'm trying to figure out like what's going on. By that, I'm setting more aggressive intentions. I'm trying to go into the danger, because that's the only way that we're going to get answers. Because if I keep running away, if I keep pretending everything's fine while doing Randonautica, like, oh, no big deal, Randonautica's fine, everything's going to fix itself, it's not going to happen. The only way that we're going to do it is by facing these problems like directly. So, yeah. I lost my train of thought. So that's what we need to do. That's exactly what we need to do, is just face these things head on. So normally, if I got an intent in the middle of the forest, when I thought I heard somebody else out here with me, I wouldn't be walking directly towards it. But this is an exception. So, yeah. But we have already arrived at our point. Should I continue down this way a little bit more? Getting slick, dude. This is like, okay, so right directly from where we're at right now, I believe, is where that tree was. There's a big one. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's a big one. I can kind of see it where I found that goose at. This one kind of like comes out right over there. That's where I found that goose at. And so this is kind of the area where I thought I heard the footsteps, and that's exactly where the point is at. For the I can't, and this intent is I can see you, but you can't see me, or something of that variation. So I think we should look for footprints around here, because that'll prove, or disprove, not disprove, but it will definitely reinforce my theory that I heard something from this area. Dude, stupid ass thorn bushes, man. Just got me right in the knee. You know what? Dude, thorn bushes are like more problems than stalkers. Die, thorn bush. Yeah. Yeah, and I can't stab anybody anymore. Stupid thorn bush. Got my jeans all muddy now. Okay. Oh, wait. Wow, good thing I didn't continue this way, because we are literally in the middle of a thorn bush patch. Look at these. They're all down there. I was going to walk over there too. Oh, what's that? Something there. It looks like a doll. It's definitely a doll. Trying to make sure none of these are like, these are like bushes already. Bro, what the actual... Yo. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Are you guys seeing this? Dude, this is disgusting. Like, this is one of the most sick things. One of the most disturbing things we found. Dude, this is literally one of the most disturbing things I've ever found on Randonautica. This is just, it's like some Barbie doll, Ken doll. Hands bound, leg removed. Tape over his eyes, over his mouth, blood all over the shirt. Yeah, blood all over his stomach. The thing is, dude, this looks like Like, the blood and stuff looks real. Like, it looks real, dude. Why is this out here? Dude, this is sick. Like, and again, not in the, oh, bro, this is sick way. This is, like, sick. This is demented stuff. This is, like, demented, disturbing stuff. And why is one of his legs chopped off? Dude, I think there's somebody else. There was somebody else out here. I'm confident, actually, that there was somebody else out here. And they put that goose intention and they put this. But why is there no footprints aside from mine? Like, right by here. Like, there's none. None that I can see, anyways. Unless they stepped in, like, you know, these, like little patches of leaves and stuff and dry branches. There's nothing I can see. And this isn't covered with snow. This isn't like wet and damp. It's like it just got placed here maybe like moments before I got out here. The only thing I saw was a little bit, it's gone now, a little bit of like snow stuck to his head. Dude, you gotta, like, seriously though, this is literally, bro, I don't know what to say about this. It's just so, like hands are tied, everything, dude. Like, this is supposed to, like, be really looking like something that happened. Like, I don't know if it's a threat to me. Like, if they're saying, like, this is gonna be you. I just heard somebody again. I 100% heard somebody again. This guy's going in my pocket for now. Hello? Going back to my car, but I'm staying at the ready. Or at least getting out of this. Need to get a better knife. I'm not seeing anybody. I need to get out of here at least. I need to get out of this woods. Put the knife away. We're coming up. Yo, dude, I just saw someone. Dude, I need to get this on camera. No, I just saw somebody move. Dude, I hope I got that on camera. I literally just saw somebody go in between the branches, going from that way there to the denser stuff. I didn't hear them move though. I just saw them. I saw a dark shape just go that way. Bro, I better have got that on camera. Hold on. Okay. The thing was falling out of my pocket. So yeah, there was the path. I saw them go into like this denser part. And from this angle, you can kind of see through it. When I was over there, it was a little bit harder. But this way, I know you can see through it for sure. But I bet you they went there, and they continued on down there. I just, like, literally, all I saw was a black shadow. And I don't know if it could have been an animal. It could have been a deer. It's not like deer aren't out here. Dude, I hope I got that on camera, man. Because I had my camera pointing that way, I think. But I don't know if it was like lower or out of focus. We're gonna chill out here for just a second though. I'm gonna keep the camera running just in case anything comes out. Well, let's examine this. So now this makes a little bit more sense. Like why we found this with this thing next to it. I wonder if somebody just wrote this. Hold shift to run. I bet that was a message to me after all. Or if they didn't write this, they knew it was here, and that's why they put this intent here. Dude, this is unreal though. I think this is probably, if this is not the most disturbing thing we've gotten, it's top 3. Like just how they made everything look so realistic. Like bloody shirt, head bound, or like a blindfolded, mouth taped shut, hands bound, leg cut off. I think this is a threat to me. I really think that's a threat to me. I don't know why else it'd be out here when they know I'm doing Randonautica out here. And this, keep in mind, this is not too long after we also got that video where somebody found, there's like a found footage style tape. That's the best way I can explain it, where they found somebody's cut off finger in some like blood-stained auxiliary sink. Looked like in a house of some sort. And we got that, and now we got old boy with his leg cut off. Old boy Ken now with his leg cut off. Alright, I'm gonna keep going. It's another one, see what we get. We just pulled up to the next point, and this is, if you can't hear me very well, it's because I put the microphone on because it's a little bit windier by this lake. So if you can't hear me right now, it sounds kind of muffled, sorry about that, but it's better than listening to the wind just blowing the microphone. Okay, so I just got a point right out here, and let me check the intent that I just set. Sorry, I forgot. Very forgetful. Okay, this intent was from Melissa Armstrong, and Melissa's intent was return to owner. I used that one, return to owner. So guys, if this looks familiar though, if this is looking familiar to you, it should, because I just filmed and I just got a point here the other day, when this was about a week ago, when this was all frozen. And now I'm out here again. It just brought me to another one, and I think the point is in the same spot off of this fishing pier. So I'm going out here right now, and it brought me here. It brought me all the way over here, because that last point I did was pretty far away, and then I set the radius wide. Actually not intentionally. I set the radius wide, and then I got it here, and I was like, okay, whatever. I plugged into Google, and then I realized like where it was, like what I was looking at. And this is not looking very safe at all. Now this thing's kind of like collapsing into the water, but this is where I just got a point the other day. It was out on the ice right there, and I believe the intent I used was like murder weapon, or like evidence of a murder or something like that. And now it's bringing me back out here right after I got that one. So it's very, very strange that we got at a point in the almost exact same, actually I think it is the same spot. Okay, we're gonna start over here by where we found the murder weapon intent, and it ended up being a Swiss Army knife, literally right on the ice, like right out there, because I went and I looked at these holes that were drilled in the ice, but now it's it's way too thin to walk on. This ice is really, really thin, so I'm not even gonna attempt it. We can poke it with this stick over here, see if we can get the ice to break. I'm not seeing anything out here, guys. Return to owner. Maybe he's talking about return the stick to the owner. Let's see. Let's see it. Oh, wow. Yeah, dude, that's thin. Or that's thawing quick. I can just take big chunks out of it with this plastic pipe. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, that'd be a bad day if I tried to get on that. But yeah, I don't see anything over there. That's actually, let me take a better look. I just kind of don't look that hard. Yeah, I don't see anything. Okay, return to owner. Maybe we'll find a wallet or something. If we find a wallet and it says return to owner, I will definitely make sure it's returned to its owner. I'm not gonna do that, because like, I'm not gonna be like that. Because one time I walked out, I left a thrift store and I lost my wallet. It fell out of a hole in my pants because I put it in the wrong pocket. And I think I had my hands full. I was just like trying to juggle stuff, and I put my hands somewhere, or put the wallet somewhere else. And I lost it in the parking lot. And by the time, it was literally 2 minutes between the time I realized I lost it. Like, I didn't even make it out of the lot. You know what I mean? It was a big parking lot, but I pulled out, or I was about to pull out, and I was like, okay. I turned back around, and I came back, parked, and it was gone. Like, I looked between the cash register and my car, and it was gone. So I went to the police department to file a report in case anybody found it, whatever. And before I was able to do that, it was probably a half hour had lapsed. My neighbor calls me, and he's like, hey, there's somebody at your house. Like, I can see him. Like, okay. Like, the thing is my, whatever. I'll avoid all the details. It doesn't matter. But long story short, I was like, hey, like, can you go over there and see what they want? Because I thought maybe it was somebody, like, you know, there to, like, somebody had to sign for a package. And my neighbor goes over there while I'm on the phone with him, and he's like, oh, this dude has your wallet. And I'm like, no way. Like, so somebody returned it for me. Everything was in there. Like, it was good. So if I ever find anything like that, I'll always make sure it's, you know, it's returned. I'm not gonna rifle through it other than finding an ID, because I know some people just, like, you know, they see that as payday. If they find a wallet with cash in it, cards in it, they're like, oh, that's too bad. But yeah, no, because that happened to me. So I implore you guys, always return that stuff to your owner. You will make their owner, it'll make their day. And that's another reason why I like this intent. I got something over here. Boy, dude, is that what I think it is? That I am fairly certain that's exactly what I think it is. Yup. It's the other part of that doll, dude. It's his leg wrapped up in plastic. Trying to get this out with one hand is hard because it's taped up. I'm gonna have to set this down. I'll try and do it as best as I can in the view of the camera though, because I want to have all this in case something. Whoops. Oh. Don't worry, I'll pick it up. Come on, dude. There we go. Got it. Trash off everywhere. I'm gonna pick this up right now. Flies away. Another little piece. Looks like I littered. Oh, wait, there it is. I didn't litter. Successful. Oh man, come on. They tried to make this look as realistic as possible too with what they could. It looks, look at this. Look at this. It looks like it has bites taken out of it. Like a dog bit it, or like, see, there's like marks. Bro, this is disgusting. Yo, this has got an R on it. Why does that? You gotta be kidding me. Dude, you gotta be kidding me about that. There's no way. Alright, I'm heading back to the car. That's okay. So, guys, if you haven't been in the loop with my Randonauticas, or with Brad, exploring with Brad's Randonauticas, we have been dealing with this new group. I think it's a new group, I don't know. But they leave their signatures just this R left on different things. And now they leave it on this. They leave it on like a severed leg belonging to that guy. So this is not just some random find. This is not just a coincidence. And we got this intent from return to owner intent. So it's saying like the leg belongs to that doll, return to the owner. Dude, this is sick stuff we're dealing with today, guys. And we got right into it. Usually the creepy stuff comes out at night. Today, it's still sunlight out. Oh, man. This is some crazy stuff. We're already getting stuff like this. I have a bad feeling what we're gonna find tonight once the sun is down. All right, let's try and figure this out. Okay, as you can see, a few hours have passed, and we are out here. This intent is from Ronald Sylvester, and Ronald's intent, I believe, was scariest item. So I gotta go out here just a little bit. It's like kind of in the middle of this field. We got old footprints, so that doesn't concern me too much, but it's taking me out here. You know, there's something about doing scariest item in the dark by myself in the middle of a field. It just doesn't sit right with me. I don't know, maybe it's a personal problem. Look at that old pumpkin out here. We're already coming up on the point. Point's right up here. Yeah, we're here. This is the point. So I assume the scariest item should be something pretty easy to see, but maybe I'm mistaken about that. maybe it's very hard to see. Maybe it's a scariest item that's hidden. All right, I don't see anything, and to be honest, I'm getting that feeling again. Just that feeling. That's just like in the pit of my stomach, like something's wrong. Like I'm not the only one out here. Somebody else is out here for sure. That's how I feel right now. So just look for a little bit longer, see if there's anything that I can see. And my light is super low too. Alright, dude. I don't feel right about this. I'm gonna head back to the car. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back out here during the day tomorrow, and I'm gonna check around again and see if I can't find something. But for right now, like, no, I don't feel right about this. Something's off. Something's wrong. Look at that. It says escape. Why are we... We're getting like intense by like all these graffitied objects today. It doesn't make any... Dude, there's something on this bench. I can swear, dude, there was nothing when we got here. There was nothing on this bench when we got here. What is... Holy... Dude, what the is that? Yo. Dude, that's somebody's leg. Yo, that's somebody's leg. How'd it get out here? Yo, that was not here when I left. That's legitimately somebody's leg. Dude, that looks real. Holy. Dude, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. There's somebody else is out here besides me. Somebody else just put that out here. Let me check my car. All right, we're good. Yeah, I gotta call the cops. I have to call the cops on this. It's no joke. It's no joke. Holy what the f are you doing out here? Okay, police just pulled up. I'm about to talk to them. I'm going to see if they'll let me record. And if not, I'll kind of give you a rundown afterwards. But, yeah, they're getting out of their car now, so I need to go talk to them. I just got finished talking to the cops. Well, it just got finished. It took a little bit. So, here's the thing. And if you guys expect this to go any other way than I'm about to say, then yeah. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Alright, this is what happened. So you guys saw it. Picnic table, there was a leg wrapped in a plastic bag. Just like the one we found earlier. That little tiny leg, just like we found. Just same, like it was like displayed the same, like wrapped up the same, everything. So it leads me to believe that obviously, you know, earlier was just like them, like, you know, pointing out like what's gonna happen, like what they did. So I came back, I found the leg, and I ran to the car, and then that's when the bullhead guy from the cult, he stepped out from the back of the car. At that point, I was just like overloaded, because I was like, all right, I literally found somebody's leg wrapped in a plastic bag sitting on the picnic table, and then, you know, a stalker shows up. So at this point, I was just like overwhelmed. Jumped in the car, like as you guys saw, I like took a step back like I was gonna run away, and I was like, I remember thinking to myself, like, what am I doing? And I jumped in the car, and then took off. So I went, I was gonna like just take off out of there, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna call the cops. So I pulled over just a little, like very close to the same spot. I was like, I locked the doors. I was like, all right, I'm in my car. You know, even if that dude runs up on me, you know, it's not like he can break the window and get into my car and pull me out or whatever, all in one go. You know, I'm fine. So I called the cops. I explained what happened. I probably sound like a lunatic. I was like, hey, I at this place. I just found somebody's leg on the table. That's what I told the dispatcher. And they're like, what? Like, I just found somebody's leg out here. Like, it's cut off. Like, it's like out here. I don't remember verbatim what I said, but it was something like ridiculous like that. And they're like, all right, calm down. Tell us again where you're at. And I tried to tell them, like, you know, I'm here. I'm driving this kind of car. I'm wearing these clothes. Like, all right, we'll have officers ride out. And sure enough, they did have some cops ride out. And that's when, like, I flipped open the camera and I started filming. I don't know why I started filming. Like, at this point, I still was kind of like, what's going on? So I started filming, and then I was like, all right, this isn't a good idea. I need to talk to these guys. And like Max and I have told you before, as soon as police see a camera, they're like, all right, we're not taking these guys seriously. So that's why I always ask, like, whenever I have interactions with police, I'm like, hey, do you mind if I film? A lot of them say no. Just, you know, I'm not going to get into the whole thing, but a lot of them say, like, well, we can't stop you, but, like, we'd prefer if you didn't. And they're like, you have the legal right to do so. But usually, I respect their wishes. I'm like, all right, you know, whatever. And so they come out, and they're like, well, so what happened? And I was like, I pointed, like, right down the road, because, like I said, I pulled over, like, pretty close to it. I, like, pointed right down the road. I was like, there's somebody's leg on that table. like somebody's severed leg. It's wrapped in a white plastic bag, and it's just sitting there. And they're like, okay, like, and they did a radio, and then they had another unit pull up into the area where it was at, and they're like, all right, just hang tight. Like, we're gonna go look at this, and we'll get back to you. So one officer stays with, well, he didn't really stay with me. He got in the car. The other one walked and joined the other cruiser that pulled up. I saw him like looking around with their spotlights and flashlights for a little bit. I saw him by that table for a little bit. And then they come back and they're like, where was it exactly? And I explained to them, like, when you pull in, like, you park, and then right there's a table, and it's on the end of the table. And they're like, well, there's nothing there. Like, we don't see anything. And I'm like, what do you, like, no, I was just there, like, less than, I think at this point, like 10 or 15 minutes had elapsed. I'm like, no, I was just there. And I explained to him, I was like, I went there, and, like, I went out to the field, and came back, the leg was there, there's a guy by my car, and they're like, all right, I don't remember. It's something like that. So, long story short, well, I mean, long story long, but still, I showed him the video. Like, I showed him the entire clip of when I pulled up there, like how I walked around and came back. I had to fill him in what Randonautica was, and I showed him on, like, it was on the table. And they're like, that's, like, they're like, that's, like, we don't know, like, from the video, it looks like it's fake. Like, it looks like somebody might be playing a prank on you because they know you make videos, like, so on and so forth. And pretty much, basically, they're like, can you email a copy of, or, like, upload a copy to this cloud server? And they just gave me this business card with this, like, server on it that I can upload it to. And they're like, all right, well, like, it's probably just somebody playing a prank on you. Like, I don't see why anybody would drop, like, a body, or a body part off in the middle of nowhere. And it's like, bro, I saw this thing. And they're just like, I mean, I get it. Again, like I said, this is like, I see a lot of comments, and I understand them. Like, I see a lot of comments that are like, call the cops, you need to go to the cops on this, you need to tell the cops. And, like, we try to. But seriously, they do not really take YouTube stuff. Like, when they hear that we're YouTubers, especially when I try to explain to them, like, what Randonautica is, they just are like, okay, this dude just wants, us on video for his channel, like, or they think, like, okay, somebody knows that these guys make videos and they're just trying to prank them so they can be on the channel. Like, this whole thing. And so, pretty much what they said is they want me to upload the video. They're going to have the detectives look at it and get back to me. Because they said there was nothing there. And there's no sign of anything being there. So, but I mean, I obviously showed them, like, look, like, I have this on video. I'm not making it up. So what I think is happening right now is I think these stalkers because the stalkers, they obviously watch the videos. They know who we are. I think what's going on is the stalkers are escalating things. They're trying to make things, and we think they've tried this strategy before. They're trying to make things, like, crazier and crazier for us. So, if I find a severed limb, I'm going to call the cops. If somebody breaks into my house, I'm going to call the cops. And they want it to be so we get, like, this, like this, they want us to be, like, known, like, by law enforcement, for, like, having fake calls. So when they do stuff, they know like the cops are going to see it's like us, and they're not going to care. They're going to be, oh, we'll get to these guys when we get to them. And then the stalkers will have more time. They want us to cry wolf and start looking like crazy people. because the more they do that, the crazier we look, the more they can get away with, because nobody's going to take us seriously. So, I don't know. I think that's what's going on. I think they want us to run to the cops, and do it repeatedly, so we are not taken seriously. And yeah, that's where we're at. That is where we're at tonight. Let me know, guys. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Helps out a ton. But there's not much else to say other than that. As far as like how that leg goes, like it could be, it could be a prop or something, but it looked real. I'm not an expert on like severed body parts, but it looked very real. There's no blood or anything. Like, it looked like, best way I can describe it is dry. Like it had been frozen for some time, and like it had just been set out to like thaw. That's like the best way I can describe it. Like, is if like a frozen chicken leg. If you've seen that, it's been sitting out on the counter for like half an hour. That's what it looked like. There's no blood. There was no like. It was not a clean cut. But yeah, I don't know, dude. They're like with this is like a big escalation on their part, because we got like them taunting me earlier with the doll, and oh yeah, I gave the cops the Ken doll and the leg, which they said they thought was weird. This is weird, but yeah, I gave them that. So I don't have that anymore. But yeah, so it's like the stalkers are like, I don't know if this is gonna be a pattern. It's like they're showing me what is gonna happen, and then that's what happened. So I don't know, dude. It is a crazy night. I've calmed down a lot now, but when I saw that, man, this has been one of the most disturbing Randonauticas we've ever had. This has been a crazy day. And it like started crazy too. It's not like it kind of like, gradually worked its way up there. It went from like 0 to 100 after the first intent. Anyways, I am going home. I need to rest. And I need to edit this video and get it up as soon as I can for you guys, so you can start letting me know what you guys think is going to happen. Because I need more people with eyes on this who can give me some theories of what they think is going to happen, which is you guys. Because right now it's like, I'm gonna next thing I do after I cut this camera is I'm gonna call Max and tell him about everything. But yeah, the more people, the better on things like this. But alright guys, I'm going to get going. Thank you guys for watching the video. Big shout out to you guys. Big shout out to our patrons and our YouTube channel members. Thank you for making today's video possible, getting me around while I found all this crazy stuff. And yeah. But alright guys, take care. Have a good night or day wherever you're at. And we'll see you very soon on the next video. Peace out.